Hi guys, it's Anne here, and today's video is my buys and buys for the month of May. So basically what this video is a monthly roundup of like a haul video and then a empties video all mashed in together in one video. I kind of like doing that to see what I'm bringing into my beauty collection and beauty space and what's kind of moving out of the beauty collection, just again to keep myself in check and keep things a little bit balanced, even though it's definitely not 100%. It's not like, you know, one in, one out or anything like that, but it's just sort of, it helps me regulate things a little bit better. I don't know. And I don't have, this year for 2021, I don't have an actual budget number, but I mean, I still kind of budget. I still have like a number here and there in my head that I want to like, I don't want to overspend. And same with like stuff. Like I don't want to have too many things. Particularly makeup, it gets easy to continue to buy a lot of makeup, and I just did my inventory video, so it's like, wow, I got a lot of makeup. But anyway, let's get into what I bought in the month of May. So this part of the video will be pretty quick because the only two things that I bought, I already did a video on. I did my order from Beautylish, and then I also did a K-Beauty order from Pink & Blossom, which is a website here in Ontario for K-Beauty. And I mean, I'll quickly just mention the things I bought. So the things from Beautylish, one was the Good Molecules Hydrating Cleansing Bar. I've started using this. I like it. It's definitely moisturizing. It definitely does not leave my face feeling dry. And it definitely has like a thicker moisturizing feel. It's more like if you want to say like more like a Dove bar compared to like a regular soap bar in terms of like texture. Maybe not as creamy like Dove bars, I feel like sort of disintegrate, but you know what I mean? Like it's not as, I was using their other one that was for like acne, oily skin, and that definitely felt more like a soap bar. This one just definitely feels like it has some sort of almost like cocoa butter or something. I wonder what's in it. Shea butter, that's why. It's got like shea butter in it. I bought the discoloration correcting serum. I haven't even tried this. I haven't even pulled it out of the box, I don't think, other than maybe to show it in the video. I've also bought the Super Peptide Serum. This is my third bottle of this. They did change the formulation. I don't know exactly what it is that they changed, but it's not a whole lot different. It's maybe a hair thinner than the previous version, but from a performance, I haven't noticed any difference. Like I haven't noticed it worse or like extremely better. It seems about the same in terms of performance. And then I'm including this in my buys and buys because this was a pretty hefty sample that I got. This is the Christoph Robin Cleansing Volume Paste. I haven't tried this on my hair yet, but I was reading reviews last night and people seem to really like this. So I'm actually super excited to try this. I also am really curious to try it. Like somebody's blog was like, it looks like poo. I'm like, yeah, it kind of doesn't look great, but it's really interesting. Apparently this like foams up and like clearly my hair, like so this is second day hair. I washed my hair yesterday. My hair does start to get flat. I don't really care a whole lot. I actually don't like it when my hair's too poofy. When I go to the hairdresser, they really like to, my hair can like really go big if they really want to. And it's like when I walk into the hairdressers, I'm usually doing this because I'm like, I don't need too much volume. I don't know. It like, I can take it or leave it. But I am curious to really try that. From my Pink & Blossom order, I bought the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence from CosRx. I've only used this a handful of times. I haven't really noticed a huge difference. I've been using it more at night. But yeah, like I would say I maybe used it half a dozen times. I can't really say, is it doing anything or not? Same with the rice toner. I haven't even used this. Again, haven't even taken it out of the box other than to maybe show it on the video. I am using a Caudalie toner right now, and I thought I'd be done by now. Typical. There's still like this little tiny little bit at the bottom. Like, I'll probably be done in the next 3 to 4 days at most, which is kind of annoying. Could have been in this video and I could have started using this, but anyway, that'll be finished and I'll be able to use this next month. So if I do have any specific opinions on this, it will come up in a future video. Again, the Misha eyebrow, I kind of forgot about this. I totally forgot about this, to be honest. Yeah, I've only used it I think twice. Now I will say I've only used it once, I think. Maybe twice. I didn't notice a tint. Like, so I have the Maybelline like I want to say it's like brow tattoo or something. It's basically like you paint it on and then it dries and you peel it off and then you have like sort of a tint. Again, I have to try this, but I don't think I noticed a tint. This is supposed to be like more of a, it's like an ink pen, and then whatever's in there is sort of like almost self-tanner type stuff. And I think that's how they describe it. And so it's supposed to sort of tint the skin underneath, but I don't recall it actually tinting. Granted, this is a pretty dark color, so like I went pretty light-handed because it can make my brows look pretty intense. But yeah, I need to try it. This is the, I think they called it like the Wish Stone. That's some crazy name. Let me look at the name. Where are we here? Yeah, the Misha Wish Stone Tint Velvet, and this is in the shade CR01. This is what I have on my lips today. I did put in over top the Milani lip liner in 04 Natural. I'm still playing with this. I do feel like when you put it on, it can look, I can't just paint it on. I sort of have to put it on, and then I have to take my finger and like massage it in, like blend it around. Otherwise it's just like, it gets super day glow. So it's like this neon, it ends up being like super neon-y. Kind of was hoping, I was kind of going for like an orangey pink look. My shirt was inspiring the makeup look today. Yeah, I need to play with it a bit more because and I'm curious to like, it's definitely not transfer proof. Like it's not a liquid lipstick type thing. Like I don't know, I'm still playing with it. It's interesting though. It's an interesting product. This I haven't actually tried on my eyes, but this one I have. So this is the one in, I don't know what the number is. There was a number, I want to say like 10 or something. This is the Misha Modern Shadow GCR03 Crushed Diamond. If I open it the right way. Really, really pretty eyeshadow. I've worn this a couple times already. Mostly sort of like I want to say like a one and done, but basically like a topper shade. And it's really pretty. It's sparkly, but not like overwhelmingly sparkly. It's like subtly sparkly. It's quite pretty. And yeah, that's it. Like that was all that I bought. So in total, for the month of April, well, I shouldn't say that's all that I bought. That's all that I have. We'll get to that in a second. So in total, I spent $112.24. Most of it was on skincare. Skincare was about $83, $84. The value was pretty, like, I didn't save a lot of money. It was $114.95. Neither order was like an order for like when things were on sale or anything. So that's why the value is pretty close. The one thing I do want to mention was on Beautylicious website, so when I was doing that video, of course I was checking all the prices because I put the prices in my video. And when I was looking this up, the price said $7, and I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure it said $11 when I bought it in my order history. So I went to my order history, and sure enough, I paid $11. And I was like, the reason why I jumped out was because I was doing the US version, because Beautylicious is really good for that. I can flip between the US price and the Canadian price. It's not based on me going to like just basically trying to figure out currency conversion. And this was $5 US. And then I was like, but I paid $11 Canadian. That's a big difference. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And so when I went to the website, it was like, oh, the website's saying $7, but I paid $11. So I emailed them. It's like, I think I might have been overcharged for this. Now, they said that there was a price drop in this product. I don't know if that's true or not, or they just made a mistake, but they refunded me $4, like super easy. It wasn't like I was super, I don't know, I'm one of those people like I don't take things back to the store. I don't like to complain. Like if I get a wrong order at a restaurant, I will eat it. I've even eaten something that I did not like at all, and I tried so hard, and I was like maybe a quarter through it, and I'm like just trying to like, okay, maybe I can just eat this. And it was one of those restaurants where they had the servers that like bring the food, and then the waitress that like takes your order. She came by and she was like, oh my god, that's not your order. And I'm like, no, this isn't my order. She's like, oh, okay, your order. I'm like, oh, then I'm gonna have 2 meals, and I can't do this. And anyway, there was a bit more of a story to that I won't get into because it'll just take forever. But anyway, I'm that kind of person. Like, I don't like to put up a fuss. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna email and be like, because it was like $4. Like, it was quite a bit. And yeah, they just refunded it to me directly back. I paid through PayPal, so they refunded me back through PayPal. It was like super easy. I'm like, oh, no big deal. So thanks, Beautylish. Thank you. I like ordering from you guys. I always like how things come packaged too. Always, the orders from Beautylish seem like they're well taken care of when they package them. So yeah, so that was kind of nice. So speaking of things that I've bought, but it's not in this monthly video. So I've placed 2 orders. One I literally placed yesterday, so like it hasn't even been processed yet, so I don't want to include it in this video because I don't even have the stuff, so I might not even get the stuff. You know how sometimes like things are out of order, like you order something and you don't necessarily get it, because the order was from ColourPop. I haven't ordered from ColourPop, I think, since 2017, 2018. It's been a while. I haven't ordered from ColourPop in a really long time, and so I'm super excited to get some stuff. It's sort of a half order of like newish type things, and then other stuff that seem like cult favorites that I haven't tried yet that I'm super curious about. So I will do a video specifically on that little haul. I mean, it's not going to be like new from ColourPop. It's all stuff that's existing. They're having a sale right now that's 30% off. That's why I bought the stuff, but I don't want to include it in this video because, again, I don't know exactly if I'll get everything, because sometimes that happens, you know, especially when they have a big sale, especially when the order, like I ordered it and it's still saying processing, and I'm like, okay, it's 24 hours later and it's still saying processing, I might not get everything. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. At least there's a couple things that I'll be a little upset if I don't get, but there's a couple things I just kind of put in there. I definitely like, it was one of those, like I put a bunch in and I took stuff out kind of order. The second order, I actually placed around May 9th or 10th, and it's now the end of May, and I have not received it. I think it's in Canada now. It's one of those situations where I think it's crossed the border. I don't want to talk a whole lot about it though, and it's not going to have a video. It is an order from Ofra. If you have any idea what's going on with Ofra, their owner is a Trump supporter, and I'm just going to say this. If it had been in 2016, not that I can excuse it, but I know people had, made a mistake, didn't really understand the whole Trump thing. It's kind of like here in Ontario. We lived with the Fords in Toronto, and the rest of the province didn't seem to really understand the Fords and what that whole deal was. So, and I get, I can live with people making a decision for voting for Trump in 2016. I cannot forgive or understand in 2020. Like, it just does not make any sense to me. And the owner, not only did he post a picture, and Ofra was like, I think it's her husband. He also contributed, like, campaign funds to Trump, which that really bothers me, like, a whole lot. Like, don't fund that garbage. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm kind of annoyed that I bought this order and then this came out after. The order that I got was the Samantha March PR kit from her. I guess it's almost 2 years ago. Maybe it's 2 years ago. Maybe it's a year ago. I'm not sure exactly. It's from her previous thing with like I think it's the River highlighter, or River blush. It's the one that has like the duo blush, like the individual items. So I placed that order at the beginning of May. It's still not here. I think it's coming. But yes, the Samantha March. I'll mention it in my June videos for my like dollar total. So basically I've spent my June budget and it's all on makeup pretty much. So yeah, that's my June order in a nutshell. So yeah, I didn't really want to. I know I bought from Ofra and people are going to be like, but I bought before and I'm not like, the order was in like La La Land when the thing came out about stuff, and it's like, you know what, I'm just going to buy the stuff. I have the stuff, or it's coming. I just won't place any more orders with them, and that's that. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, and if you don't know what's happening with Ofra, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about ignorance is bliss at times. There's a few people I follow on Twitter, and then they'll mention stuff, and I'm like, who is that? What is that? And then I go down a rabbit hole, and I'm like, ah, crap. Why did I go down this rabbit hole? Why are people garbage, basically? I shouldn't say people are garbage. Some people are. No, I don't like saying that. Some people just make poor decisions. There. Is that better? It's not nice to call people garbage. That's not very nice. Okay, speaking of garbage, that was a weird segue. We're going to talk about my empties now. So my empties are, I feel like a little paltry. It's so small. There's a lot of room in here for stuff to roll around. But I did do a comparison of like from January to May of last year and January to May this year. And I am actually doing better. Like I've used more stuff and the dollar value of what I've used is higher. So there's that. But yeah, this is a pretty small month. I only have 8 empties and then 2 declutter items. So let's talk about the declutter items. So the first item I've decided to declutter, I talked about this in my inventory videos. This is the Becca, what do they call this? Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I bought a full size of this in the shade 2C1 or something like that. It's definitely a shade that's for me. It's called Bisque. This shade is Cashmere, which doesn't seem to even exist anymore, and it's definitely not the right shade for me. And with a really high coverage foundation, if it's off by shade, like, I could mix that with something else, but there's kind of no point now that I have the full size. The other empty is, or declutter, is this little mini lipstick from Bite Beauty. It's in the shade Fig. Really pretty color. I really like this. It's like glue. It's so gross. Like, this is definitely expired. Now, Bite lipsticks, I'm pretty sure don't have like preservatives and things like that in them, so they just won't last as long as other lipsticks. This one's definitely done, which is interesting because I was looking up when I got this. I got this in 2018. And I bought it in a little duo with rhubarb, and I still have rhubarb, and it's fine. So I went through all the other Bite ones, and like, let me just check. I did declutter a couple of, at least one Bite one that I didn't like. But yeah, this one was the only one that was like, ew, ew. And it was funny, I mentioned that in my Shop My Stash, that for me, like, it's rare that a lipstick does, that I do feel like it goes bad, but that is bad. She's done. Out of all the Bite lipsticks, this was my maybe least favorite color. It is kind of a bright pinkish. I really like Pepper. That's one of my favorites. Okay, empties. So let's just talk about skincare quickly here. We've got the Super Peptide Serum, which I kind of already mentioned in the buys half. I have this enzymatic exfoliating cleanser from the brand called Feel. I actually really quite liked this. I'm not a huge physical exfoliation person. I don't know if this is focusing. I hope that's focusing on that. I quite like this though. I like that. For some reason I really like this packaging, even though the colors are kind of like 1976. It is quite nice packaging. This brand's kind of expensive though, I think. At least some items seemed a little bit pricey. Some of them didn't seem too bad. I think this one was not too bad. But yeah, I quite liked this actually. It was nice to use. I have a little eye cream here. This is just the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm. I think I have another sample of this still to finish up. This I really liked as well, and I would actually consider purchasing this, even though, I mean, it says it's for oily, sensitive skin. It's the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Purifying Foaming Gel for oily, sensitive skin. The reason why I like this is I like a foaming cleanser. I don't know why. I just really like a foaming cleanser. This was like, it ticked all the boxes in terms of it was foaming, it didn't really have a scent, it was gentle. Like, even though it's for oily skin and I don't have oily skin, it has a slight scent, but it's so gentle, like barely noticeable. Yeah, I looked this up. It's actually pretty affordable. Like, I think it was $25 for a 400 ml, which is not bad. Like, it's not like super expensive, and I'm pretty sure like I can get La Roche-Posay in the drugstore here, so probably can get some sort of deal. This probably would come in even in like a kit. Like, they do a lot of, La Roche-Posay does like a lot of like bundles. So that's it for skincare. I have 2 fragrances, and remind me not to throw these out because I will need them for weights for my drop 10. Plus, I do like to do a yearly empties of my makeup, but I do like to throw my fragrance in that as well. I don't keep everything because I just don't have room to keep everything. It would be cool to keep everything. I take photos of all my empties, but anyway, these are 2 little sample fragrances. This is the Atelier Cologne Soude Magnolia, which is fine. And then this was the Clean fragrance, the Warm Cotton scent. This scent kind of got to me after a while. It was too much, to be honest. And I have another one of those. It does smell like laundry. Like, it's straight up laundry. If you love the laundry smell, you'll like this. And then I have 2 makeup items, both, actually, I thought they were both Project Pan. They're not. This one's Project Pan. So those videos would have already gone up, I think, by the time you see this. This is the Dr. Jart BB Beauty Balm. I bought this in 2017, near the end of 2017, I think, or the middle of 2017. Actually, this was in the same order as my Tarte Blush Bazaar from 2017. So that's in my project pan as well. I didn't realize that until I was like looking at my orders. I need to like go through all my orders. It'd be great if I could take my orders from Sephora and download them so I had them available, because I don't have a record of basically anything I bought before I started this channel, because I didn't really keep track of that until I started the channel. But yeah, I actually started liking this the more I used it. I went to the website. There is one bloody shade of this. One. Like, that's ridiculous. One. Like, I know it's a BB cream and it is more thin, so it is going to work, but like, there should be at least 3 shades. At least 3. I think 6 to be better, but at least 3. Like, come on, guys. And then this was just like a little tiny sample. This is the Pure Nata Luminous Eye Color in Magic Mauve. I actually quite enjoyed this. I've said this a million times, not a huge loose eyeshadow person, but I really liked this. It was quite pretty. Is there anything left here? I can't really get a swatch on my hand there. But yeah, I really quite liked this. I am considering buying this, or maybe one other shade instead, or both. I don't know. I've been like perusing the Pure Nata website because I've already done a couple of big orders that are basically my June budget. I'm not going to place a Pure Nata order, but maybe in July or August I'll be placing a Pure Nata order, and I'm definitely considering getting one of the loose eyeshadows because I quite liked that. So that is my Empties. So again, kind of small, but not bad. So from a dollar perspective, so again, I said there was 10 items, so 2 declutter items, 8 actual Empties. The value of the Empties that I paid for was $73-ish, and the retail value was about $82. So kind of a small month, but still something. And still, like, I shouldn't say small month. I'm glad this is done because I worked on this in 2 different project pans. So even though I started liking the item much more than I did when I first used this, sometimes when you have an item for so long, you're ready to move on in life. And I was ready to move on. So yeah, I'll put the totals on either side. I think this side will be the buys, the purchases, and this side will be the Empties. I might have got that wrong. I'm looking at myself in my viewfinder, trying to figure it out. I always get it backwards. Whatever side it is, one side will have what has come into the collection, and one side will have what is going out of the collection, just so we can see the full picture of what happened in the month of May for my, I guess, beauty budget and Empties. But yeah, overall not a bad month. I am super looking forward to that ColourPop order coming in. I am looking forward to the Ofra items. I was really looking forward to the Ofra items. It's a bit tainted now, I'm not gonna lie. But I am looking forward to getting those items. I've held off buying the Samantha March stuff just because it was going to be like $200. It was like so expensive, and it was basically 50% off, and I was like, okay, it's time. I can afford it, and I've always wanted to try it. Everybody talks about really liking the highlighter, the blush, and the bronzer, so I'm super excited to try those. The only component I was like, I could take or leave it is the liquid lipstick, but I did want to try the lip gloss as well, so it all came together, so it was easy to just buy it all together. So yeah, that is my May buys and buys. If you like this video, feel free to give a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you did subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.